2025 is finally here. It is the year of it's the start of a fresh year. How about that? We'll just start there. It's the start of a brand new, fresh start. I don't really have a plan for this video other than it's just gonna be a yapping one. So, I mean, if you don't like the yapping videos, this video is probably not for you. But, you know, the people that do like it and enjoy it and like to hear my insight, you're welcome to stay. 2024 was a big year for the channel. For one, we got 2 years coming up. 2 years on YouTube. Consistently anyway. That's pretty big. That's pretty big, at least for me. That's pretty big because I made a promise, not a promise, but like a New Year's resolution last year to kind of develop sort of a better schedule. Kind of stuck with it. I cleaned myself up towards the end of the year. I actually developed a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. So I mean, I guess that's kind of, you know, success in some sort of way, but I plan on to actually stay more with that this year and kind of follow up with it more and be more consistent with it. So that'll be really good, be very good. And honestly, me saying that leads me into our first talk and first segment of this video, and that is goals as far as what's up and coming for the channel. What have I already done? What am I prepping for? You know, whatever. I've decided to get away from a specific editing software and a specific, you know, recording software, and my true juice fans, my OGs, know what editing software I used. I moved to DaVinci, starting with the Joyville videos, trying that out, learning it. It wasn't too hard to learn, but you know, I want to just it helped with the end quality of the video, and I'm a huge quality guy. I love to have a quality video. I try to make it as, you know, high definition as possible. Moving on to some like other things, I guess, still in goals. I'm still in the process of doing some of it. I got new lights, obviously. My face is actually lit up now. So the other lights I had when I moved to this setup weren't tall enough, so I only had the one light. So now I got two. Basically just getting my setup better to have those higher quality videos for you guys is a process. So turns out stuff is expensive. But earlier in the year, I got these two monitors, which I already had planned to do. But unfortunately, my camera mount fell on it, made it tip off my desk, you know, whatever, which is why I made the post of, hey, you're gonna need to get a new monitor. So I was like, well, if I'm just gonna get one, I might as well get the dual monitor setup I already planned on getting. So there we are with that. So on top of, you know, some of the equipment I got, you know, the editing software, recording software, I did switch to OBS.
Finally.
I know everyone's like, what were you using before? It doesn't matter. I was having a bunch of issues with it, so I moved to OBS. It's way better, so much better. Your audio, the audio levels and all that stuff is way easier to keep track of. Everything is just so much easier, so I'm glad I made the switch. Finally, so these switches from the editing software and recording software are for 2025. I just did them early because I wanted to learn them and figure everything out and balance everything out. I'm still working on the levels of in-game audio and my audio because I don't have the luxury of having two separate audios. So my mic audio goes through the game audio of recording my screen and whatever. So that is unfortunate. That's also an upgrade later down the road I'm going to work on. So I actually have game audio and mic audio separate because it's kind of a pain. And then there's one last main upgrade that I'm going to do. It's going to be later this year, not later this year, but you know, in the first quarter sometime. But I have some of the parts already. Is my computer got a case that is super awesome, but it's not very airflow friendly. My computer gets hot regularly now because of where I switched it. It was on my desk in the open, which is fine, but now it's kind of like in a corner underneath my desk, so it's like it gets really hot. Yikes. So I got a new case coming. I found out my power supply fan doesn't rotate. I know they have like a low, you know, operating mode and wherever where the fan turns on and off by itself, but it never turns on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get a new power supply, get a bigger power supply, new case, new fans, all that fun stuff. There will be a video on that later on, and I'll actually do a whole video of my whole setup when it's done, because I still want to get a Stream Deck and I want to get a sound mixer and an upgraded mic. So when I get everything by the end of this year, it'll be by the end of this year, I'll have everything. Definitely going to drop a video on that because that's going to be super awesome. So moving on to the next thing, my plans for 2025, maybe doing some more games with friends. I already talked to them. They said they'd be down to record some videos with me and all that stuff. So that's cool. Super awesome. Appreciate that. I just got to find games to play with them. Speaking of games though, 2025 has some games that I am excited for. I'm gonna just share some with you real quick, okay? Little Nightmares 3 being the very first one. I'm gonna have to say this. I love Little Nightmares. It is my favorite game series of all time. I love it, and that is my top favorite, most hyped game I'm waited for this year. It's gonna be super awesome. Another one I have is Reanimal. The people that made Little Nightmares is making another game. It's called Reanimal. I think that drops this year. Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 drops this year. So we got some bangers coming. I'm freaking excited, dude. It's gonna be a pretty sick year for games. Also, I want to get rid of this chair because I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's super loud, bro. I'm so over it. Plus, it's like in the way, so I plan on getting a different chair. That's the little dumb shit that I can wait. 2024 was a big year for me as far as YouTube stuff because I'm figuring it out, or trying to figure it out. Working on trying to fit it in my schedule of work because I do work a lot. It's hard because I work in construction, so working all day, come home at like 6:30, trying to record a video, edit it for the next day with all the stuff I do is hard. It's really hard to stick to. I've tried to do some videos in parts. I don't know, you guys have probably noticed that recently, that there's been quite a few videos where I could have just had it as like an hour and a half or so, gameplay, instead of doing it in like 3 or 4 parts. I did that with Joyful. That's because of my schedule, because I don't have time to get home to record a video and then edit all of that in one night. I just don't have the time for it. I'd be up until 2 o'clock trying to do that, and then I gotta get up at 5 for work. So I'm gonna work on something. I might just go ahead and just eat the days of like not uploading. So like if I record a video on Sunday, I'll either try to do it in like 2 parts or go ahead and just burn a day uploading on Monday and just edit it on Sunday and Tuesday for Wednesday's upload. I might do that, but it really depends on how long the game is. But obviously the long games like Poppy Playtime I can't do that with. Those are just long games. I'd be curious to hear your opinions on that. If you guys don't mind the parts, it definitely helps me a lot doing them. So let me know. I'd be curious to hear what you guys got to say about that. But yeah, and also our the channel hit, not a million. That would be insane. 1,000 subs this year. That's really cool. Freaking early this year it did that. Oh, something else. I plan on doing my X account, Twitter account, and posting stuff on there. The kind of like a behind the scenes kind of thing. Not really anything to do with gaming. It's really just gonna be like if I go somewhere and I'll kind of I'll post something or whatever, just to kind of, I don't know, give you guys a little bit of me, whatever. Not really sure when I'm gonna post. Maybe like at least once a month, maybe twice a month, something like that. It depends on what I'm doing, if I'm busy or if I'm going somewhere or if I'm going somewhere of interest. But that's really it for this video. I mean, there's not really, it's just a recap, the first video of the year. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video, to be honest with you. Trying to think if I'm missing anything. I don't think I'm missing anything. Got the posts, all that stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys had a happy new year, and hopefully everyone has their goals and ideas on what they want to do this year in mind and try to stick to them. It's always important to try to stick to them. It's always good to have goals. It's always good to chase something, you know what I mean? Try to improve yourself, improve, people around you, whatever it is. It's always good to have that. So, hope you guys are having a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. I just hope it's a good one. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.